Hey, so I'm here with Digger and my tea today, not wine, it's still the morning. And we are going to do a Q&A video because there's a lot of questions I get on my Instagram that I've answered before, but I get them all the time. So it's more just a basic, this is very hot, it's more just a basic getting to know me video. What is my name? My name is Ruby. That is my name. This question is, how old are you? I am 22. I was born in 1996. So I'm 22. Where am I from? So I was born in Australia. I lived there for 2 years and then I moved to England with my parents and grew up in Surrey in England, and then when I was 18 I moved back to Sydney, and that is where I live now. I'm currently in England to make it more confusing with my family visiting, but I will be going back to Sydney at the end of August. Do you prefer England or Australia? I get asked this a lot and there's definitely different things I prefer about both countries. Obviously I've got my family in England, so I miss them a lot. I miss this little puppy here, and overall it's a really difficult one. The politics in Australia is a bit messed up, but I love living by the beach, I love the weather. But I do miss having a cold Christmas. That's one thing I miss. And prawn cocktail Walker's crisps, they're my favourite and they happen to be vegan. What's your favourite like tripled? What's your favourite food? Oh, I didn't even think about these questions when I wrote them down. I don't know the answer. It's really difficult. On Instagram yesterday I said potatoes because you can have them in so many ways. Mashed potato, baked potato, jacket potato, roast potato. I think that was like the same thing. Chips. How did I forget chips? Crisps. Potatoes are magical and I love them. I love garlic and onion. They are two of my favourite things, but I don't think they're very good for my stomach.
Or for your breath.
No, not for my breath. Everyone's like, why are you single? I'm like, I eat garlic for every meal. I would happily put garlic in my breakfast. What's your favourite animal? My favourite animal is a pig. I love pigs. How long have you lived in Australia? I have lived in Australia for... I don't know. I lived there for nearly 4 years. In September it will be 4 years. And I really like it, but time's gone so quickly, it's ridiculous. So yeah, 4 years. Do you have any pets? This little boy, I want to say is mine, but he lives in my family's house, so I can't really claim him as my own. I used to have a kitty, but my ex-boyfriend didn't like my kitty. So we just realised that it stopped recording, but I've decided to hide my toes because of the feet fetish people. Sorry, next question. How did you start doing Instagram? I get asked this all the time. I started because I knew a girl who was a topless waitress, so I got into lingerie waitressing, and then after that I did a photo shoot for Mary Holland Lingerie, and they were like, well, you're going to get your pictures back, where are you going to put these photos? And I was like, I love these, I've got to put them somewhere. So I made my Ruby account, and that was in February 2017, so I've had it like about a year and a half, and it's now my pretty much full-time job, well, sort of. Yeah. What was your first job? My first job was working in a bar at a cricket club, which is very exciting. What size are your boobs? This is the question everybody's come here for. So I actually got measured the other day for the first time in years. So whenever people ask me, I usually have no idea, but I got measured and they said I was a 32 double G, which I will work out the equivalence of now. So according to this conversion chart, the highest is 32G. So I'm a double G, so I'm just going to add one letter on. So in the USA, that's still a 32 double G, I mean, or an H. I don't know if there is a double G. Australia, that is a 10H. France, Spain and Belgium, that is a... How tall are you? That's another question I get asked a lot because I'm actually really short. I am 5'1.5". You can't forget the half. And that is equal to 156 centimetres. And I like being short. What countries do I want to visit? I really want to go to Japan. That's like the next place I really want to go. I've been to New Zealand, but I want to go to Queenstown, the South Island, and I want to go also to China eventually, like heaps of places in Asia. I want to go to Malaysia, Vietnam. I want to go to America, but I'm going there on Friday for the first time ever. I'm very excited, and I also want to go to Croatia a lot. Have you been to uni? A lot of people are asking me if I'm studying or what I want to do in my future. I was very against going to uni if I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I was like, why is my voice weird? So I was like the only person in my year at school who didn't go or didn't apply. And I'm very glad I didn't, because I have no debt and I still don't know what I want to do, but I did very briefly go to Sydney Uni for about 2 weeks. I did 2 weeks of like freshers and 2 weeks of uni, and it was too hard, so I dropped out before I had to pay any money, which was good because I'm very glad I didn't go. No, if I want to study in the future I will do so, but I'm not worried about that now. What's your favourite drink? If it's hot drink, green tea or English breakfast tea with almond milk. If it's alcohol, if it's cocktail, Pornstar martini. If it's spirits, vodka lime and soda, or vodka cranberry, or scotch and dry. Or now, whiskey and water. Whiskey and water is like my new fave thing. Just discovered it. What else? If it's beer, I like super dry or
what about
wild yak. Oh yeah, and I love Sex on the Beach. And if it's wine, Sauv Blanc or Cab Sauv or Pinot Grigio or French Rosé or Pimm's. Oh, it's too many. I'm a bit of an alcoholic. Next question.
There's Bailey's in
Oh, I love
right
an espresso martini as well.
Jokes.
I don't
like people who are rude. I don't like men.
Shut
and
up.
I only like... Ain't nobody got time for that.
I don't like Chardonnay. I don't like Moscato. Why am I vegan? Because when I was about 11, I used to play this game called Stardoll, and I found myself in a group called Meat is Murder. And this girl called Jasmine, I still remember what her Stardoll picture looked like. I have no idea what she looked like in real life. She had this group called Meat is Murder, and there was this link called meat.org, and I watched it, and it was the first time I'd seen any like slaughterhouse videos, and it was horrible, and I went vegetarian overnight. And then about 2 or 3 years ago I decided that vegetarian wasn't enough. I watched Cowspiracy and all these other documentaries, and I read about it, and I realised I wanted to be vegan, and I love the animals. That was my original reason. I was like, if I love animals, why am I paying for them to be killed so I can eat them? Because I like the taste. Basically, that's the reason. So thank you for watching my question and answer. Let me know below what other videos you want me to do. Sorry if this was boring, but people ask me the same questions all the time, so now I can just make everyone watch this video if you want to know boring facts about me. Anyway, thank you. See you soon. Bye.